Joining us now, Randy Pestana, Assistant Director of Research and Strategic Initiatives at FIU's Gordon Institute for Public Policy. Randy, thank you so much for being with us. It seems as though Florida has learned its lesson from years past with the plan to have those votes that have already been cast from early voting and mail-in voting ready to have those tallies released shortly after 7 o'clock. So we're expecting to have a lot of those numbers pretty early on in the evening. But what's your degree of confidence that we'll know the statewide winner tonight or early tomorrow?
I'm extremely confident that Florida will announce the projected winner, of course, likely later on just after 11 o'clock, or if it's really, really tight, early into the morning around 1 or 2 a.m.
Now, what other states are you specifically looking at for indications on how the night will play out?
Yeah, right off the bat, Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia. One of those three states, if they go to Joe Biden, will tell us if Joe Biden's going to have a really good night. If all three states go to President Trump, then what you're going to really be looking at is those Midwestern states, so the Pennsylvanias, the Michigans, the Wisconsins, and Ohio. But Georgia, Florida, and North Carolina, which we know will get pretty early, and they've already started counting, that will tell us who's going to do well tonight.
Let's zero in a bit more on specifically Pennsylvania. Republicans have already mounted legal challenges there. Why is that state so critical?
It's critical for two reasons. One, it's a state that Donald Trump cannot win the election without. It would be nearly impossible for him to actually get a victory this cycle. For Vice President Biden, it's really important because this is part of that traditional blue wall that Hillary Clinton was relying on, and it collapsed in 2016. So he's from Scranton. That's something that's a key message, part of his piece there, but also the demographics play across all the Midwest. So if he does well there, it's likely he'll do well in Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, and a number of other states.
Now, in the couple of hours that are left, talk about the social media platforms, what they're facing in keeping election disinformation under control, and whether they're able to keep track of it at all.
Well, Facebook and Twitter are trying their best to kind of combat disinformation, but the more concerning thing, and you all talked about it earlier, is these intimidation tactics, right? You saw it with emails a few weeks back with the Proud Boys email that came from actually Iran. Senator Rubio talked about another foreign actor intimidating Trump voters. You saw today in terms of this idea that Antifa is coming to Miami. It is safe to vote. Intimidation tactics are common. Unfortunately, it's continuing to grow, especially in the WhatsApp where it's hard to track. So try to listen to the news sources, listen to officials like the Miami Police Commissioner, and then you'll be knowing that it's safe to vote today.
Yeah, we heard from Miami Police Chief George Colina stressing that these are just false rumors. It is safe to go out there, that today is just like any other day, except you do get to vote, that police are obviously still out there protecting our community. But a lot of people, as we've mentioned, have already voted, so not as many people actually going to the polls specifically today. What does that early voter turnout say to you?
What it tells me is this is a really important election, and I think the voters really understand that this is a key critical juncture for our country. And Florida, as always, will play a key role in determining the future of the country. It is so important, Florida, and I don't just say that because we're living here, but it really is in terms of how it's going to affect the rest of the states and what we see throughout the rest of the election. It's also no excuses, right? Early voting came out. There's not a lot of big lines as compared to this morning. It's great weather, a lot of free goodies, and if you're in line by 7 o'clock, you can vote. So make sure you stay in line and vote.
And what about down ballot voting in this election? If President Trump does well in Florida, do you expect Republicans to do well as well, and vice versa? If Joe Biden does well, is that good news for Democrats who are on that ticket?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two important races, right? So the Miami-Dade County mayor race, so Daniela Cava Levine, obviously is a known Democrat, right, as compared to Stevie Bo, who's a known Republican. So I think this is the most partisan mayor's race we've seen in some time. So if Joe Biden does really, really well,